What do you got? Give me that. He don't play fetch, he plays give me that. Give me that. What? Give me that. You better give it to me. Give it here. Let me have it. Your book right by me, watch. Give me that.
What's going on, guys and gals? My name's Sean, and if you landed here, you're watching Scar My Guitar. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you back. Now, I know we got a good one for you today, because we've been checking out all kind of budget guitars from Jaymz here lately. And when they reached out to me and told me they had one specifically for beginners, I thought to myself, I mean, at the price of those right there, why couldn't they be for a beginner? And I know Leo personally. See, when he told me that he had a $119 Strat Pack guitar thing, I said, bro, I gotta see it. And yeah, I've been checking out a lot of Jaymz guitars because I've been thinking about letting them run a little budget line for us. Yep, so I want to check out everything they got. But this guitar here is $119, man. Now I know what you're thinking. Sean, let's just see the guitar. Alright, let me show you this. And what this is a smaller box that came in a much larger box that wouldn't even really fit in this room on this table. That box was big enough for 5 of these. I don't understand why they do that. And then on the side of the box it said made with less materials. But it's 5 times bigger than what it needs to be. But I can't complain because that bigger box seemed to have kept this littler box pristine. Yep, other than the faintest little dents I see, I don't see anything wrong with it at all. Let's crack it. Ooh.
Did you buy a new knife?
Nope, just sharpened and cleaned up this one.
Oh, he's like butter again. Look at that.
The STK series, boys. Wow, looks like a kit, don't it? This is crazy. Oh wow, look at this. Look what they did. That's neat. Bro, I'm learning from Jaymz all the time. We got Buddy down here. What are you doing, bro? Huh? What you doing, you knucklehead? I guess that means nothing. But check out the little amp. It's got a tweed front. Seriously? I'm liking the bag already. I see a capo off the rip. Now remember, all this is $119. I see a tuner about to fall. Yep, get a little tuner. Now, I don't know if you guys use a guitar capo, but I do a lot. Maybe not so much on an electric guitar, but absolutely on my acoustic. Got some strings, great for beginner. The old strap and a cable. They even put some tools in here for your beginner. And the trim bar.
Now that's not unnecessary junk though. See, they actually put a nice cable in there. Right. And everybody needs a capo.
Yeah, and little amp. None of that's trash. That's actually good stuff.
The little amps, they're making really good now these days.
But this is the star of the show. Let's see what we got. We got the old Sunburst. Now this is a freaking nice gig bag to come with a guitar for 119 bucks, man. I don't understand how they're doing that, but seriously. I'm trying to do a headstock reveal here, mister. Don't you see me, huh?
I want to see too.
Oh, you want to see, huh? You want to see, God? You want to see, baby, huh? You know how we do it. Headstock first. You like it, buddy? You gonna pull it off for me? Let's see. Wow, check out the Jaymz headstock. Now, I'm definitely digging this headstock. I like the way they scooped it out and put the name there. You like it, Boudreaux? Bro, you want that? Alright, you can have it. Now, I'm a sucker for the old man Sunburst. When it comes to Strats, that's how I like them. I like them this color right here. And that's not bad. I'm loving the grain. They say they put some kind of veneers on most of them. $119, man. Got traditional fretwork. Don't look bad. Not at all. You can actually see the end of the fretboard. Huh. I like the headstock. It's crazy they went with the no pick guard. You don't ever see no real budget guitar like this with no pick guard. That's something you would see on a custom guitar or something, right guys? And then one volume, one tone, but still a 5-way switch. Now it's not super thick or nothing, but man, look at this guitar. This is for your kid. That's what this is supposed to be for. But this looks like a modder's delight to me too. Absolutely. It doesn't have those super cheap tuners on it either. That's great. Got a little approval sticker. I mean, this thing is clean. Look at that finish. I'm loving it. Good job, Leo Jaymz. Now, I don't know what you see on that table, but I see $119 worth of guitar all day long already. Yeah, that's easily $120 worth of guitar, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was 15 years old right now and it was back in 1985, I would have easily paid 300 bucks for this thing and been happy about it. Now, hang on just a dang minute, Sean. You ain't even played that guitar yet. You talking about how great it is. Bro, look, I can just tell already it's gonna be decent, and anything that could be wrong with it, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. But you right, before we get too far into this, we need to get off that table and play it unplugged a little bit. The $119 Leo Jaymz Strat PK is all tuned up. I'm gonna say it again. It's $119 worth of guitar all day. All day long. Let's hear it. Right. Not too much buzz out of the box. Yeah, $119. Now, before we go any further with this, I'm going to ask you a serious question. Have you been to the grocery store lately? Do you know how far $119 will get you? It won't. Yeah, this is eat ramen noodle soups for a couple of days. You got enough money to buy one of these. Yep, just get that double quarter pounder with cheese for lunch every day for a couple days a week. Yep, you'll have enough to buy one of these. Now, I've already determined that thing's worth 120 bucks. Hands down, it sure enough is. But I still want to know if it's got a level neck or high frets. A lot of stuff I want to know, like what them pickups are. Sure you do too, that's why you're here. That's no flip-flapping. Let's make it happen. You know we're gonna need this first. But I don't make you guys watch this. We don't do it, do we, Kathy?
I don't know why. I gotta watch.
Let's go straight for the pickups. Why not? Let's see what we got here. Old 10-4. We've seen this a lot on Chipsons. You know, big fat ceramic in there. See it? Yeah. Doesn't look like there's much wax, but there is some. Let's check out these single coils. Yeah, the screws don't want to come all the way out, so we just leave them in there. Why not? Looks like we got a ceramic. Nothing exciting for sure. It's $119. I'm going to go as far as say this one's going to be the same. We're going to look at it anyway. Well, the screws are going to come out of this one, looks like. Or maybe not. It's taped in there. Yeah, same thing. Fat ceramic. You know, nothing exciting for 119 bucks. Let's see what's under the output jack. Nice and clean. Little bits of debris. A little bit of buffer wheel hair. Other than that, I'm pretty good, ain't it? Now I'm pretty sure we all know what's behind this, but we're going to look anyway. I'm thinking it's some dime CF pots. What do y'all say? Now, I could be wrong. Let's see. Yep. Dime sized with the letters CF on them. But they work great. The difference in the bigger pots and these smaller ones is the bigger ones just have a little better roll off. Got a little bit of debris here, but I'll clean that off. Yeah. That way it don't stay in there over time. Nice clean routes. Let's see if this is. Yeah, been a lot of nice clean routes. Let's see what's here. But that's just from drilling the screw holes out or putting the screws in, whatever they're doing, however they're doing it. But I like to take that stuff off because they did it and the finish wasn't really dry, and if it stays there, it'll stay in there. But if you can catch it early enough, it won't. Looks like we did. Now, before we go any further, taking this neck off, let me just say this real quick. 99% of the time, when you get a guitar of this price, anything close to $100, it's usually the neck and the neck pocket that are screwed up on the guitar. That's usually going to be the #1 problem you're going to find on these cheaper guitars. But I want to see if this budget, cheap, friendly guitar, whatever you want to call it, has a bad neck pocket. And is there a hole here? Yes. Yeah, we got a pretty good size hole there. But let's see how it fits the pocket. Wow, look at that. Yep. I can already see some raised up stuff going on. Let's see. Yeah, it fits the pocket really good. That's a very nice fit. Extremely nice fit there. Yep. Beautiful. But we got some stuff going on here. Now, I've only seen this happen when you don't pre-drill the holes. Now, I don't see how they're doing that unless they're doing it with a drill press or something. But we'll flatten that out so we don't get any raise up in the neck. I tell you guys all the time, I use a metal file to do this because it only takes off what's necessary. It leaves everything else there. Doesn't even really mess with the finish too much either. But it'll flatten all that out great. Then I always tighten these by hand in the end. I'll put it back on. Just always have a little play no matter what you do with that drill. So I always tighten it by hand. That way I'm sure. I always like to check the tuners to see if they're loose or whatever. That one's a little bit. They're all probably going to need a good tighten up top, but let's just go ahead and tweak this. Always do this on these budget guitars. I'm sure they don't spend a lot of time doing this stuff. And I don't know if they do or not, but I like to make sure. Just makes for better tuning. You know? Not going to hurt tighten that stuff up. Now let's hand tighten these up before we get our little tool out. Yeah, a little loose. These are all things you should do every time you change your strings. Yeah, you should do this every time you change your strings because the string tension alone loosens these over time. Yeah, this is something you should do when you change the strings anyway. This is the only thing I'm not crazy about. It's not cut poorly, it just wasn't cleaned up very good. We'll do that now. Let's see how level the neck is. Now we're going to have some air here. So the neck is dipping like this. So we're going to need to pull the wrench back like this. You can already see it, flattened it right out. Look at that. Nice. Yep, Kathy, they're going to need a polish no matter what we finna find here.
Oh, man.
Oh, it'll be alright. We'll see if they're nice and level. It was playing really good. The string height was really low, so we'll see. Nothing yet. That's a good sign. Huh. I mean, that's so little. I ain't even gonna fool with it unless we find a bunch more. And I just don't think we are. This boy's got putting these frets in right. You sure do. Now, I'm not saying your guitar's not going to have a high fret or two. Just saying this one don't. Huh. And I'm sure it's not cherry picked coming from Amazon. Don't work that way. Nope, I've sold guitars on Amazon, and you can't store guitars there and have them sent whenever you tell them to. Now you can clearly see somebody took the edge of the fretboard off, and the frets don't go all the way exactly to the end of the fretboard, which is really good because even though the frets haven't been done on the end, it makes them where they're not as sharp, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and take all that off. But your beginner won't be getting his hand cut the way it is. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of them. We're going to make it nice and pretty. But you ain't got to watch. That's pretty cool. You got your different size tapes and stuff. What's that polish you use over there?
The Rolite metal polish. Anything you guys see us using is pretty much in the description.
Yeah, if you see any tools we're using, it's mostly in the description. Kathy, I don't think I'm going to make them watch you take the fretboard up.
What you mean is you don't want to watch me and you don't want to stand there and hold the camera for me.
Ding, ding, ding. Give that monkey a banana. Yep, we're going to get that monkey.
More like ding dong goes the dummy.
But when you get down with them frets, me and Kathy get down with them. No rag, snag. None of that going on. Beautiful.
Hey, was that one of those towels Michaelini gave you to clean the
It
guitar?
is a Michaelini towel.
Oh.
But I want to show these strings because we normally put a set of Diodarios on these when we're done. But I want to put the strings that came with it because, I mean, let's just see if they're any good. I really like the way they number them. Yeah.
I do too, because now I'm going to be able to figure out which is which. The normal budget guitars just come with the strings all wrapped up together and you got to figure out what's what.
Kathy, what do you say we do that fun thing we do where we check the resistance of the pickups?
Sure, it does sound fun.
All right, we're in the bridge position. Let's turn it up. 11.4. Now that could be position 4, position 2, whatever you prefer, but it's the humbucker in the middle. Middle pickup, middle and the neck pickup, and the neck pickup. All right, I got the Jaymz Strat Pack all set up, tuned up, and I mean $119, guys. If you're trying to mod something, great for you. You got a kid that wants to play? Give him this, see what he does. Just give it to him. Because if he really wants to play, it's a great place to start. All right, let's turn this thing up. We're in the bridge position. All right, let's go on and move it up. It's gonna be the bridge and the middle. Let's try the middle. Let's try the middle and the neck now. And the neck. say we plug this little amp in. What do you say? It says musical innovation. It's gotta be good. I don't know what musical innovation is, but it sounds good to me. Check that guy out. Now I'm just gonna leave the settings like this for the clean. We'll push that overdrive button here in a second, but for now, we'll just try it on clean. Now all the sounds you're about to hear are gonna be coming from this little amp right here. I'm just gonna use camera audio. That's it. Just gonna hear it straight out of the camera. Now you saw what I have settings on, let's figure it out. I don't know how loud it is there, but it's pretty loud in the room. All right, let's turn this distortion on. I hear that distinct hiss of distortion. Now, I don't know what you're looking at, but I'm telling you right now, this is $119 worth of guitar. It's more than that. If this had Fender on it or Squier or something on it, they'd want at least $200 for it. Minimum of that. And yeah, those pickups are a little farty, but I mean, it's $119. It's for a beginner. You're not going to go putting a $200 or $300 set of Seymour Duncans in any guitar you're going to give to some kid to learn. And add up the stuff that came with it. The gig bag, the amp, the capo, the little tuner. Add all that stuff up separately and go on Amazon and try to buy it right now. You're 50, 60 bucks in. Because that stuff's not trash. That's all usable stuff. And I know with all these budget guitars, it's kind of hard for you guys to make your minds up about which one you want. But at these prices, you don't have to make your mind up. You can buy 2 or 3 of them and keep them and not have to worry about denting and dinging them and all that good stuff. That's what I'm figuring out about this cheap guitar thing. You can own a bunch of guitars. Now, me and Kathy really appreciate you watching, and I do hope to see you in the next one. But until I do see you again, don't you touch my Scar guitar.